In today's video, we're going to continue working in the stock pillar, and today we're going to focus on the submenu item review and the contents within. First, get logged into your Compass system, click on the stock pillar, and then click on the review submenu. You'll see here that you have multiple actions that can be performed. One is checking your current inventory, and then you have transactional views where you can see any inventory transactions, vendor transactions, customer transactions, or internal transactions. Also, you can perform an inventory overview and see where different pieces of your inventory are stored, whether it's multiple locations or a single. You also have a year-end or anytime you wish, inventory count, and Verify Inventory will do that. Forecast Inventory Overview ties to crop and the favorited crop plans you have and allows you to view how much inventory you have based on forecasted application rates. And crop inventory is going to be where any harvests that you've performed in contracts also can be stored, so you can see your crop inventory that you have available to sell. Let's click on the first one, Current Inventory. Our screen will quickly refresh and show our current inventory levels that we have on the farm. We're just waiting for that to pop up right now. All right, our screen's popped up showing our current inventory levels, and here we can see any products that we currently have in inventory. Now, you may see negatives as well, as you can see on my screen. And that usually just means you haven't created the inventory with opening entries or quantities, so Compass will still pull from your inventory and just create it as a negative. Or you may have used more than you currently have in your inventory. But here's a complete list of all of my on-stock inventory, and of course I can sort based on location, specific item type or category. These are the categories you would have created when you set up your products under list management. Or I can search for a specific item based on the name of the product. I can also export all of this information to Microsoft Excel for further filtering. Here you can see I have over 9 pages of inventory, and I also have the availability here to see 10, 20, 50, or all of my transactions and inventory items on one page. Up top, you can see the location it's stored in, the item type or category that it's contained within, the item name itself, the quantity and unit of measure, the value, and whether it's been verified and the date it was verified on. Let's click on the second item here, Inventory Transactions. If you've performed any inventory transactions, they would show up here. And this is basically showing everything that you've done, whether it's a sale, a credit, a movement, everything that has happened with your inventory. Just like everywhere else in Compass, you have some search metrics that you can set up top, whether you want to see from one or multiple locations, what type of transaction it was, whether it was from an external source, the item type, again, the categories your products are contained within, or the product itself. You can even look between a specific date range. You'll see that some of these items do have a blue link, and clicking that actually takes me to the product page for that item, where I can update my price and or make some changes to the product itself. Back on the transaction page, you can see exactly what's happened here and just some indicators of what's happened. So as we've described in other videos, especially in the crop pillar, as you use your stock or do your applications on your fields, Compass will automatically decrease that inventory level for you. So here you can see this was a crop usage or an application that was performed for this product, decreasing it down. You can see here I've also done some transfers. I've done a purchase to bring some inventory in, as well a couple of shipments of my crop products, and I've even performed a harvest. I've sold some of my product as well, and I've had to do an inventory adjustment to decrease or increase the amount of inventory I have. This is where you'll be able to see every inventory transaction regardless of type and be able to use your filtering. Let's go to the next item in the list, and we're going to go to vendor transactions. This is going to bring us to all the vendor transactions we've done, whether that's a purchase or a return to one of our different vendors. And of course, we also have your different metrics that you can use to filter your data up top, such as your location, which vendor, date range, item type, the categories again, or the specific item. Leaving these blank will allow me to export everything to Excel or view on the page. And here we can see these are my different vendor transactions for the last little while. Purchases, what have I purchased and from where on what date, the quantity, unit of measure, and price paid in total. Clicking on one of these is going to give me the opportunity to go back to the record itself and be able to reprint any documentation as well. Let's go to the next item in the list, and we're going to go to customer transactions. So this would be our sales that we've performed out of Compass, whether I've sold to a neighbor or done a different sale to a person I work with, or even made a purchase. Here you can see I've sold to some other farms around me, selling them some of my different products that maybe I have a little overstock or whatnot on, but here I can see every transaction I've made, how much we sold, how it decreased my inventory, the price per item, and the total amount of dollar value. Of course, I can use all the different search metrics up top to filter all that data and click Excel to send everything out to a clear and concise Excel spreadsheet. Moving along, we're going to go to internal transactions. These will be your movements from location to location, as well as any increases or decreases in inventory you may have performed. Here we can see that we've had some crop usage, some transfers, some shipments, harvest. Basically anything we've done on farm that affects our inventory, we can see here. And what's been used, the date, the source, the product, the quantity, unit of measure, price per, and the total dollar value. Of course, I can send all of this out to Microsoft Excel and change the amount I can view on the page. Moving down our list, let's go to our inventory overview. And this is going to show you all of your different inventory and allow you to see inventory in different locations. So here we can see we're looking at everything that's in my Afghan demo location, and in my farm I have multiple locations like Afghan demo and shed 1 as my secondary yard. Of course, I can filter by the product type or category and the product itself. And looking down at the list here, I can click on the line and see if this product is all in one location or if it's in multiple. So in this case, we're showing everything that's in Afghan demo. But if I click on my assassin, I can see if it's in any other locations. Of course, clicking Excel is going to send all of this out to a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, and just like everything else we do in Compass, you can see a maximum amount per page, and here you can change that to see how many you want to view per page. Next on our list is inventory or verify inventory. And this is going to be where you can make quick adjustments up or down to your existing inventory. For example, let's use our MAP 1152 bulk as my example in this case. It's telling me I have 0 on hand, but it's letting me know my current inventory level is minus 145.891 metric tons. My employee has come back to me and told me we have at least 2 metric tons in the yard. Well, this is where I can say we do have 2 metric tons. Compass is going to automatically adjust the negative 145 out and add 2 metric tons to my inventory. So the overall adjustment is a positive of 147,891. As soon as I come over here and click verify, that is now my brand new inventory. Compass has tracked it as of this date and time, being verified with those current numbers. As you can see, this is a very quick way to update and maintain your inventory without having to do positive internal transactions or create a mass amount of paperwork. And as you've seen with our different review pieces, you can see all of these different transactions in real time and have printable documentation to back them up. Clicking the lines here is going to let me see the actual transaction itself. And again, we can verify. Just like every other page, we have our different search parameters up top. And if we go to the bottom, we can see we have over 9 pages of inventory. We can also go here and show up to 10, 20, 50, or all on one page. We also have a print feature here, which allows you to print this off and track your current inventory levels with a paper record that you may want to provide to your retailer or somebody else on farm who helps manage that inventory. Next, we're going to go to Forecast Inventory Overview. And this allows us to, again, search whether or not we're looking for all or a specific season, what our growing year may be, or all. And here we're going to see a list of all of our current forecast crop plans that we have. And the favorite button that you have on crop plans in the crop pillar will automatically move a crop plan to the top of the list. As you can see here, this wheat plan has been indicated as a favorite. Now what I'm going to do in this case, I'm going to check mark all of the fields related to crop plans that I want to see if I have enough inventory to cover my forecasted amounts that I've planned to put on my fields. I'm just going to select everything for right now, and we're going to click Submit at the bottom of my page here. Compass is now going to do a quick look and see all of the forecasted applications I've planned across those crop plans, and it's going to let me know what my current stock level is, how much I've forecasted to use, and how much, based on my current inventory levels, I may need to acquire in order to perform these applications on my field. As you can see here, I do have a negative value, so Compass is going to tell me I forecasted this much, but to take care of that negative, we should increase here. A recommendation from our team is to go through, view all the negatives, and then maybe perform a quick inventory count on your farm so that you don't end up with values that could be incorrect. Again, remember, negative values may come because you didn't create an opening inventory amount and have performed applications on your field where Compass will auto decrease. And if you don't have inventory, we will turn that into a negative just so you can still track how much was actually used or applied. Here we can click these out to Excel, and we can see all of those different values we have. Lastly, on our Review tab, we have our crop inventory page. And every time we perform a harvest and put it into a storage location, we already have created some documentation for that crop and harvest. But here we can also track exactly how much we have on hand, on farm, right away, just by looking here. It's just another backup of how much inventory you may have of a particular crop or variety that you grew. You can, of course, use the product type or product filter to find exactly what you're looking for and kick all of this out to a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. This has been a quick look at the Stock and Review tab and the functions contained within. If you require more assistance than this video was able to provide, I encourage you to contact your AGI Compass support representative at 1-866-278-9530 and book an online training session today. As always, thanks for watching and have yourself a fantastic day.